Okay, here we are live. It is Wednesday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern, so that must be time for Healthy You. What's your path? And we had a lot of fun in the green room, and I will use the term loosely, but fun in the green room with the new comment tracker. So if you're out there and you have questions for us, be just a tad patient because we think we know how to work it or work around it. We've got a plan. We're smart women. We're going to handle everything. But if we don't get to your questions live on the show, then we'll pop into the comment stream after. So feel free to ask your questions because this is the conversation that I'm having with Teresa today, and one Wednesday a month for as long as we can keep talking, which for us will be a while. We have shows planned out for until the end of the year, but we wanted to start with the start. The show is What's Your Path? And you all know that Teresa and I met, and then I don't know, I don't want to say fell in love with each other because that might just be weird to some people, but got total respect for her when I found out that she was going to be involved in a bodybuilding contest and that took mentally. And I had her on the show a couple of months ago before the contest and just really wanted to continue the conversation with her. She's such a motivational coach and getting people to break the excuse barrier that they sometimes have. So we're going to jump right into Healthy You, What's Your Path? Healthy Body, Healthy Starts. I don't know what we want to call it officially, but Teresa, how do we start? What do we do? It's so hard.
Oh, it is so hard. I can't tell you. First of all, welcome. I am on vacation. I'm here in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and I'm so excited to start our first show. Like Tracy said, we met a while back and we just made a connection. It's been an incredible journey. I know that her and I have a long distance, long time friendship coming, and I'm glad to be a part of this. Yeah, we've talked a lot about what it's going to take for someone to finally make a commitment into getting healthy. And there are so many excuses, I believe, that people make. And until you come to that point in your life, have finally said, I need to make a change. I do not want to be on meds. I don't want to be out of shape anymore. I want to be able to walk up a set of stairs without feeling like I am so winded that I can't make it through the day. I have several grandchildren. I'm going to have my fourth one here in November, and I want to be around this. I want to be able to go out and jump around with the kids and do everything that I can. So it's going to take that commitment to finally say you need to make that change. And whatever that commitment, and it's going to be different for everyone. Don't you agree, Tracy?
I do. And, you know, you brought up a lot of good points. Do you think we need that, maybe not dramatic, but definitely the motivation of our grandkids, our ability to walk up a piece of stair or a flight of stairs, a flight of stairs, or just the overall, I don't want to go on meds. All of those things, we can take them and turn them into the motivation. But what if somebody out there listening to us, Teresa, is so overwhelmed with, I just can't do anything. I'm so out of shape. I haven't walked since high school. I don't know how to play with my grandkids. What is the first thing they can do that's easy, that's fun, that they will start maybe not seeing, but at least feeling some instant results that will help them catalyst into the next good decision?
Well, a part of that, Tracy, and I work with a lot of people that actually start out in that same realm that you're talking about, just not finding a direction. And one of the things that I always tell them is, what are you what do you like to do? What makes you feel good as far as going out and getting some kind of form of exercise? The littlest and the least of things, and most people can do this, is to get out and start walking. Get out and take your grandkids down the street, even if it's just out to your mailbox and back. I know, Tracy, you and I have talked several times, and you do a lot of walking, and it's out to down your path, and the next time that you did it, you added a little bit of weights to it, and I mean, it's getting to the point where you get those endorphins going, and once you get those endorphins going, then you start feeling better. And it's important that you keep that positive mental attitude as you go along, because once you begin that journey, I guarantee you that it's going to be an incredible journey, and you're going to start feeling better about yourself. You're going to surround yourself with people that are going to be able to motivate you, to keep you going. It's so important. I know we talked about this in our last video that we did about having somebody beside you, whether it's your friend or your husband, who my husband happens to be my very best friend, and he motivates me daily. So finding that one person in your life that you can say, hey, let's go do this, it's really important.
Well, do you think that people don't do the support, that this is a path they feel they have to take on their own because they're embarrassed about where they have gotten to in their health, and so they don't want to tell people? I mean, we talked a lot when we were planning the show about diving into the mindset side of it. I know the more often you tell yourself, I can't go walk, I can't play with the kids, I can't take a flight of stairs because I've got a knee thing and a hip thing and a this thing and a that thing. How important is, once you get going, the mindset of the support? And can't you just tell your kids, your grandkids, your neighbor, your soccer mom cohorts that are sitting there on the lounge chairs watching the kids play, hey, let's walk around a lap for, while we're here, and start pulling that in? Do you think the fear of failure or not being able to finish factors into that for some people?
Oh, I'm sure it does, Tracy. Every one of us have a fear of stepping out of that comfort zone. The best thing that I can tell people is that once you step out of that comfort zone then isn't that next step that you take is going to be something that you can expand on, that you can say, okay, I made it through 2 minutes of walking. Now tomorrow I'm going to try 5 minutes of walking. And I think that's where people fail, because they let that fear take over. And if you can just get past that fear, and a lot of it has to do with the self-worth that we have as people. And I can say that until probably about 10 years ago, it's taken me a long time to step out of my comfort zone. And until I did that, I finally am able to not only help myself, but I'm able to go out there and help people to succeed. And I tell you what, there's no better feeling than knowing that you are able to accomplish something in your life and then turn around and make it good and help somebody else along the way. You never know the people that you're going to meet. It's an incredible journey.
That's the motivation, because you're not only changing your health, but if you get your kids involved, I'm not going to get into a debate about video games, but if you can get them to put their Game Boys down for a minute and, hey, let's go toss the football around, let's go play Frisbee, let's get out and go to the park and do a little activity, even if it's on the swings or the jungle gym or something, to get them going. So at this point, hi, Terry, everybody.
Oh, hello.
You guys are sitting so far apart. We have half of each of your faces. So put your heads together. Yay!
Mooch
We can
up.
see you now. So since we have a spouse here, let's talk about spousal support for a minute and family support. One of the reasons from the first time I met you two, the support you guys give each other is unbelievable, and you are blessed. And many of us are blessed with a very supportive spouse. What do you tell the people who aren't, who have that challenge of getting their spouse to support them?
Wow, good question. Is that for me or you, Teresa?
No, you go ahead.
Uh, First of all, it's a big advantage to have the spousal support, no question about it. You know, as a matter of fact, since Teresa's on this call or on this video right now, we just had somebody approach us and want help from us, and Teresa had to come up here to take care of this, and I sort of took over for her. And without that support, we probably wouldn't be able to help this person because they would have just faded away. So there's a perfect example how working together can really, be an advantage. If you don't have spousal support, I would say it's going to be tougher for you. It really is, because in this business that we're in, it takes a lot of devotion and it takes a lot of passion to help the other people. And to do that, we're bouncing ideas off of each other all the time. And boy, I don't have a real good answer, except it's just going to be a little tougher, and you're going to have to really pull up your bootstraps and try to handle more things at once.
Do you think that that folks who don't necessarily have the spousal support can replace that with friends, other family, other soccer moms, other secretaries, other doctors and nurses, and whatever their path in life, and find that support elsewhere, and it's just as good and just as beneficial?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so, Tracy.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe the nice thing about spousal support is that person's there with you more often. That's a plus. But Teresa has friends that she seeks support from outside of me, which I'm perfectly okay with. That she talks a lot over the internet. Technology today has enabled us to be able to reach out to more people and work with more people. And I think yeah, you're spot on. And there's a lot of people out there who want to help other people and support other people in the things that we do.
Very good. That's a good point to be able. I mean, the whole reason why I built the Healthy You community, for me, it was more to find like-minded mindset people, not necessarily to find fitness partners, but I'm on such a path mindset-wise, because I think it all starts with your attitude. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. If you don't have the mental motivation, sometimes you'll never have the physical motivation. And sometimes when your mind is saying, "Oh, stay in bed, it's okay, it rained last night, the road's going to be muddy, don't get up," your body says, "Get up, babe, you got to do this." So to be able to do my walk, sit down online, and find what our community has 1,445 people in it today. Find 1,445 people who were all on that same path. So again, we're mindset, we're finding support, we're breaking barriers. You can find it anywhere if you get out and go look for it, right?
Oh, absolutely, Tracy. It's just like you and I. You motivate me every single day. I love your attitude. I love the desire to help people and to learn and to teach them about getting healthy. And it's not just a body healthy, it's a mind healthy. It's everything involved. And people, I'm telling you that if you are searching and you want it bad enough, you will find it. I found it in Tracy. I love it. I love this attitude, and it's contagious. It is contagious.
It takes people like Tracy to motivate others to do what they want to do for themselves. If it wasn't for people like Tracy and people like us, we're a little humble, but we'll be honest. If it wasn't for people that is on here right now, a lot of the battle would be over for most people. You know, I just read an article in 1963. I did not know this. JFK actually was concerned that there was an obesity problem. If he was here today, he would probably fall over at what he sees. And we're on vacation, and we're down by the pool, and we see it all over. It's a serious, serious issue. And the person who we were just talking about that needed help actually saw the way Teresa was in shape, and then they saw me, and they both said, you know what, we want to get involved and help others. How can we do this? In the meantime, help us out a little bit. And that's exactly what just happened. So it really needs to be a wave. It needs to start here, right here. And it needs to wave through to other people and say, listen, there's hope. There's a chance. You can do this. We see it happen every day. And without a chance something is happening like this, it's just going to die. It's going to die straight in the water. It won't go anywhere.
I agree. And I just have to say thank you. That was very, very heartfelt for me. And I'll just be a little crazy at the moment. And I was on a pretty long and flat plateau fitness-wise when I met y'all. And Teresa picking up her weights to go to the bodybuilding contest has inspired me. And I don't know if you can see, but I got a little dimple right there now where, you know, I'm getting some guns over here.
Way ahead, Trace.
I like that. That's good stuff right there.
So we've started, we've thought, we've made the decision, we've figured out what we like to do, because if your workout is fun, you're going to do it every day. Be Absolutely. I have a friend on Google Plus. She dances with her kids when she remembers. I'm trying to get with the kids to remind her. And then we've built a support team around us. And I'm going to ask you guys, whatever fitness level, I know, Teresa, you're a huge proponent of walking. Can you give us a little bit of what that's going to take? What kind of walking? How often? You know, do you have to learn some crazy chart about your heart rate needs to be 25% of yada, yada, yada? Ugh. So before I'm going to pass it over to you, I'm going to say hi, Cheryl. Hi, Coach. And we saw a couple more people that popped into the room. Hi, Gavin. And everybody sit back and learn. Ask these two incredible motivators any questions you've got. And I'm going to turn it over to you guys to maybe draw up for us a how do I start plan.
Okay, I think that first of all, with starting any kind of physical activity, whether it's walking or whatever, because depending on how much weight you have to lose, I was just making sure that it's cleared by your doctor first. It's really, really important that you take that precaution. You just never know. And once you get that clearance, my suggestion, and from wherever you're located at on the map, most people, like Ohio, have really crappy weather. So when you can get outside, walking is really good. Doing a lot of, maybe starting out with a half a mile, even if you go a quarter of a mile. And then add a little bit of maybe hill climbing in with that too, so that you're getting a little bit of your heart rate going a little bit higher and then lower. What would you?
That's well, I agree with that, and that's called intervals. For anybody out here who doesn't know, anything that will increase and decrease your heart rate repetitively over and over is called intervals, and that's a great way to train. Perfect example would be on your treadmill, being on a flat surface, and then after 5 minutes turning it on to an incline, and 5 minutes turning it back down again. Do it at your pace. Take it easy. Start out slow in the beginning. Just remember, just do something. That's the key. Everybody thinks they have to jump in this, get results overnight, and if they don't get results in 2 or 3 days, they want to quit. Don't have that attitude. Do something on a daily basis. That's the key, folks.
Well, and here's the thing, that it didn't take you 2 days to put on the 50 pounds that you put on. That's right. So don't expect that within 2 days you're going to start losing weight and lose the 50 pounds. It depends on where your metabolism's at. And remember, once you start working out and you start eating healthier, your metabolism's going to start increasing, which means that you're going to burn more calories. So, I mean, it's a twofold. You start exercising, that metabolism goes up, and now all of a sudden that metabolism starts kicking out all that fat that you build up over that time.
Yeah, that's right. It's a snowball effect.
That's a very good point. The whole quantum leap conversation of, we talked about it when we planned this, Teresa. We all set our New Year's resolutions. We buy our gym subscriptions in January. We haven't done, been to the gym by March 1st. Something like 45% of the people never go back to the gym. So remembering it, I liked how you said it. You didn't gain the 50 pounds overnight. You're not going to lose them overnight either. So, so now we've got our walking routine. We maybe want to throw some weights in there, so we start really changing our metabolism. And what do you guys say? We're about 7 minutes shy to the end, but can you talk a little bit about how to start eating healthy? We all know to throw the pizza away or to not eat it as often. You don't have to never have a pizza again. But tell us a little bit about our food choices as we're starting this path and how to motivate ourselves through it.
Well, that's our number one question we get from everybody. And, of course, the workout programs that we put them on usually has a specific eating plan to go with it. But I tell a lot of the guys and gals that come to me with that question, I'll say, well, actually it's simpler than you think. Get rid of get rid of ground beef. I know nobody wants to hear that. Eat turkey, fish, and chicken, and drink a lot of water. We drink 64 or more ounces a day. Water flushes out your system. It's the most healthy thing you can put in your body. And if you do those things right there alone, you're going to beat the battle. Get off of the pastas. Stop that. You can get a lot more detailed in what to eat once you progress in your fitness journey. But for now, what I just told you is a big thing. You do that, and you're going to start seeing results fairly quickly. You'd be surprised.
Well, and here's the thing. You start changing those eating habits, and I know we've got a lot of young parents out there, and we all want our kids to succeed, not only in life, but we want them to be successful in their healthy part of their lives. So why not teach them at the very beginning? I know we've had a lot of conversations about this, and why not teach them what not to have in the household, but yet they can be eating foods that are healthy for them, that are good, and you can make it fun. If you want them to have vegetables and stuff, let's make it like a little smiley face on their plate with all these vegetables. Let's make it fun for them to eat the good things, and then you will find out that they're not going to be asking for a candy bar. They're going to say, hey, Mom, can I have some vegetables? Hey, yeah. And it's just changing that whole mental attitude, and it's going to begin at your house, in your refrigerator, and when you go shopping, don't be picking up all the stuff that's in the middle of the aisles. Go on the outskirts of your aisles. Shop on the outside,
Produce,
not on
dairy,
the inside.
Yeah, produce, dairy, deli, those things.
Very good. Miss Wingman's over there shaking her head, and I know she has a lot of little ones, or a couple. And
I was just thinking in my head because my 6-year-old today came to me and said, I'm hungry, and I said, go to the fridge and get something. And she came back with a carrot, and she said, Mummy, can you peel me a carrot?
Mm-hmm.
And
exactly right, Kristen. I mean, it's unbelievable how kids will, if you have this right stuff in the refrigerator, they're going to want those things. But if you have pop and candy and potato chips and all kinds of pizza laying around, those are the things they're going to grab for. So don't make it so convenient for them to grab the junk food.
Amen to that. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, my kids are eating a lot at the moment, and I think it's just because they're outside and running around and in the pool and playing all day long, and they're just constantly eating. And so what do they eat? They eat from the fruit bowl. They eat, yogurt from the fridge and veggies out of the drawer.
Amen. I am
It's
so
so
proud.
good for
That's
them.
awesome. No, I'm glad to see that we've got parents that care enough to be able to give their kids the right foods.
Mm.
Me too. And I know you guys grow a lot. So, you know, I think it's Wes with Vegetate. If kids grow kale, kids will eat kale.
Exactly.
You know, and gardening is a fantastic exercise, a fantastic way to be outside and really get into where your food comes from. So that's fantastic. And I got a comment I want to pin up from Cheryl. Hold on, let me see if I can get this new eyeball thing to work.
Technology.
I'm telling you, just when you learn it, they change it. So not that we don't love you, G+, we need some tutorials coming out the pike pretty quick. Be reasonable with yourself. That is great advice. So I think that probably the takeaway for the day, since we're starting, start as slow as you need to start, but just start, and you'll be able to keep going far. So this has been an amazing foundation. We've got so much planned for you on how to continue the conversation, but let's let Kirsten, our wingman, go first of saying goodbye and a call to action, and then we'll let Terry and Teresa close this out. What do you think, Kirsten?
Oh, I just love talking about this stuff because I'm so passionate about it, and it's so important to everyone's lives. And my call to action is just to be surrounded by people that motivate you, that are like-minded, so that you can get up in the morning and feel that buzz and want to go out there and be driven in life. And it doesn't matter whether that is in your music or your sport or your garden. Anything that you do will reflect on your personality in a positive way, so that you can move forward with an open mind and just being healthy and happy.
Amen.
What do you guys say for a call to action for this first show of Healthy Starts? And what do people need to do? Where do we find you also if somebody needs some advice? So where do we find you, and how do we really get started?
Well, honestly, start by reaching out to somebody. Maybe you don't have the problem, but reach out to somebody and start the wave, because those people want to be helped. They don't know how to get helped. So reach out to a good friend, somebody else who's struggling, and say, listen, there's hope. There are people out there that will help you. It doesn't have to cost you money. Just reach out and get some advice on what to do. And those people who won't take that step on their own sometimes need encouragement. And if all of us can just reach out to one person every day, we can change the world. We can change the United States. That's the trouble. It's not so much other countries, it's us. So that would be probably my best advice, Teresa, to get a hold of us.
Oh, absolutely. To get a hold of us, you can go on Terry's and my website, our team website, at www.teamsuccession.com.
And the name, folks, there's a reason for that name, because we hand down and pass on what we've learned to others, and that's what succession means. And it's sort of a legacy. We want to continue the legacy to help others.
I just love you guys. I'm telling you.
Oh, Tracy, right back at you, girl.
That was fantastic. Find help. Offer your help to somebody else in a loving way of, even if you just put it on yourself. Hey, I'm going to start walking in the park every afternoon. You want to come with me?
Sure.
And that's a wonderful heart-to-heart motivation. And we got to get in the comment stream and talk food with Gavin, so I'll do that after, since we're over. But he also talks about music as the motivation, and playing music while you walk, and playing music while you clean your house and do your dishes and dance around crazy. I know I have some really good upbeat salsa music that I throw on when I'm jumping on my goofy little trampoline thing. My husband bought me as a gift. I don't know if that was a suggestion or not, but I just took it. And find your motivation, find your support. Everybody out here is here to help you. If you want to come to us and say, I just need a little bit of encouragement. And I like to say, one of my mentors says it all the time, I will believe in you until you believe in yourself. So just take that, and we can go pretty far. So with that, healthy you. We are both in the community. All three of us are in the community. Ping us up if you've got a question, and let's just take our first steps to getting just a little more healthy. It's not a quantum leap thing. Just do your choices today, and we'll be successful tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.